Hello and welcome to the third episode from our Starseed Transmissions series with myself, Jennifer Taylor from 108 Healing Senses, and lovely Laura Ferguson, also known aka Starseed Lø Lø Music.
Thank you for having me again, Jennifer. How are you doing today?
Yes, it's. I feel like I'm landing. It was a bit of a slow start to the year. On screen, but lots of things been happening behind the camera. So I'm excited to see where this year is going to be unfolding. So I'm super happy that this is actually now my first video for the year. So thanks for sharing it, or first live video. Say that.
And I'm
2 days ago.
Be doing it with you.
Yeah, wonderful. So I thought just before we came on, I had the little ping of maybe it would be nice to share the process, or at least kind of your process for doing this, and how you're connecting and who you're connecting with, and that kind of thing.
So the connection is actually with my higher self and a version of your higher self, because your perspective is listening to it and your higher self like drives the bus. The thought is that the thought actually doesn't come from your brain. It comes from your higher self, and that your brain doesn't really have a thought in the form of, consciousness and your innate abilities, and it's all consciousness. And so I'm tapping into a higher consciousness frequency that is another version of me, just like we're other versions of each other and reflections, if that makes sense.
Yes, and I asked this of you before we started. I said this was the feeling and the sense that I had, and then you confirmed how that is, and then it's nice to share with the audience as well, so they understand also where this is coming from. It's what would you call it? Spiritual in-house. Because it's what we've received. So that's brilliant. And how long have you been doing this for?
Channeling, I did alone probably since like 2022. Yeah. And then now I'm, out with it.
Nice. And have you found that it's changed over time, or your connection has evolved dramatically? Because I think a lot of people's senses are beginning to start to awaken now. So I'm sure they'll also be looking for guidance on that too.
It has changed because energy changes constantly and shifts. And we are recreating the present moment to have that experience. But definitely from 2021, 2022 to 2026, my whole life and my environment and everything has, done a full turn for the better. As I raised my frequency, my reality got better.
It matched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have had similar as well. The inner work reflects in your outer world, and that's the kind of confirmation that I'm doing the right thing, I'm feeling good inside, and the world around me is mirroring that back to me as well.
I was just going to ask you that.
What were you going to ask?
I was just going to ask if you had the same experience, because we are channeling at all times, because we're channeling ourselves as a human experience. But when you're channeling like how we do here, I get what you're saying. Like, it's a whole different frequency and a little bit different process.
It almost feels like layers on a cake. So, whomever you're speaking with, if it's a collective, like in the first episode, was it who do we have? Ashtar, Commander Ashtar, was that in the podcast episode or our first episode? And now it's a bit of a blur. One of them.
I don't remember. I know Ashtar come in and the Pleiadians were in there.
Yeah. And the last episode we had a lovely Grey come and speak with us as well. Higher self Grey. It will be interesting to see who would like to join us today for a collective reading to assist humanity during these challenging times, depending on how you're perceiving the world, or it might be quite peaceful if you're blocking it all out.
which I do most of the time. And
Mm,
they are other fractals of ourselves and connections. You know, people say future lives, past lives. There's really only the present and the here
mm,
and now. And so I am connecting with, you know, collectives that I am connected to, and you are likely connected to, or they wouldn't come through, or
mm.
the audience listening is also connected to, or they wouldn't hear that episode.
Yeah. It's all resonance, isn't it? There's there's another thing of there is no competition because everyone is assigned, because that's the frequency that they hold, that's the experiences that they have had, which allows them to hold that knowledge within themselves, within their energy field.
That's right.
Yeah, cool, really exciting. So do you have an intention before you want to begin?
They've been speaking about judgment a lot because a lot of us have judgment of others, which is actually self judgment reflecting back. And that actually brings our frequency to a level generally most of the time where we do not prefer to be. So
Mm,
that's why it's so important to keep our energy and frequency level high, which includes unconditional love.
yeah, it's it is the epitome of life, really. Learn to love love, and it will appear in everywhere you look.
That's right.
Mm, cool.
More
Okay.
easier said than done.
Oh gosh, yes. Even if you just choose to just I choose I choose enough peace for myself not to get tangled up in other people's things, even that's just a blessing in itself, like, just keep choosing you over the stresses that are out of your hands, or, that kind of thing. I know that that's the sort of thing that helps me, is it allows me to switch off so I can create something better.
That's right. It's a challenge to actually set aside all the noise.
Mm, yeah. But I suppose this is also a really great way too, and anyone can meditate. Like, this is certainly the space that holds people to say, "You can do this too." But it is that consistently turning up for yourself, even if it's saying no to things. And then you'll learn to trust the wisdom of your body, and then your inner intuition grows as well. So it's all cumulative. It's all these small actions that form a larger strength and intuition about life and feeling connected ultimately, which is exciting.
That's right. It's like juggling balls in the air, but we have to
Mm,
keep doing it, you know,
yeah.
moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. And then, you know, I try to cycle through it quick. If there's someone who, you know, cut me off on the road or something that upset me,
Mhm.
try to cycle through it, you know, very quick, like 30 seconds of being, you know, angry or sad or whatever, and then get through that. So I process it.
Yeah.
And when I cycle through it quick, I recover quicker.
That recovering, having a speedy recovery has been coming to me recently, and it's interesting that you say that, is how quickly can we bounce back from things that have made us feel imbalanced? And that's a massive part of that nervous system regulation, which is so important to practice, but it will bring you peace and success in everything that you do. So it is worth it is worthwhile in every moment to consistently practice that. So yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's basically the notion of mindfulness wrapped
Mm,
up in one.
yeah. That's it. All right. So do you feel ready to channel? See what
I'm ready.
information would like to come through? Perfect.
Yeah,
I will hold the space for you to bring in.
I appreciate it.
Always.
All right. We're going to do a short sound healing and get in the moment. The mantis beings are with us.
Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Was there a particular message that you wanted to share on this platform today?
Staying positive and staying in the moment.
Important. Would you like to expand on that?
It's like when a child is playing. Children just are. And they are so happy because they do stay in the present moment. They don't question the past or the future, which in the matrix itself doesn't exist. They just go. They just play. They just love. They just eat. And they absorb everything like a sponge. They just are. And they are pure in the moment. And their intentions are normally immediate needs, moment to moment to moment to moment. This is the best way to live for adults as well, in the moment, like a child.
Do you have any suggestions to help adults switch into that being present, that frequency of just being present?
There's many ways you can achieve this. It depends on the adult. What do you love? If you are in a version of being a creator and creating something which you love, you will have your highest frequency as a humanoid being. And it does not have to be any large task or project or even cost money. If you love flowers, go look at flowers. If you love a television show, watch this show. Generally, for Laura, the quickest way to raise her vibration is to sing or listen to other music. Others might like to dance or move their body in different ways.
Do you feel a lot of the being present is actually being more present within your body? So doing physical things, using your body, for instance, as a way to engage that?
Yes, that's what's called grounding to Gaia, because you're grounding in your light body in the human experience. Therefore, physical activity is generally the quickest way to do this.
Love that. And I can certainly say from my personal experience that that has helped me tremendously. So I wanted to ask, actually, at what point in childhood does that essence, that childlike essence, begin to change or be removed? And can we get it back as a stable frequency within us as adults?
It depends on the soul fractal for a human child, generally. Greg Braden, or Braden, rather, and genealogists, Dr. Bruce Lipton and Dr. Joe Dispenza, speak of this in many studies on your earth that have been done on human children. Every child, soul fractal, has different development. However, as an aggregate weighted average, most children are living in consciousness primarily from age 0 to 7 years old. And generally, age 8, they will have a lot of the programming that they have absorbed when they were pure consciousness from 0 to 7. However, there are some exceptions to this, such as child prodigies and children that have chosen to have a thinner veil.
That's really interesting. But the you mentioned about children that choose to have a thinner veil. Are there any particular requirements or outcomes that are linked to that?
No requirement other than that soul making the choice as their path.
Nice, thank you.
You're welcome.
So since the last conversation that me and Laura have held in this space, and we're now into the brand new year in 2026, do you have any guidance for the collective right now? We are recording this 22nd of January 2026.
We are perceiving the year 2030. There will be more changes, noticeable changes, even for someone like Laura here who ignores the news. Noticeable changes are pending at this moment, which can always change because energy changes. However, we have been currently to what you call your years 20 to 2035 recently, and the vibrations are beautiful lights coming from source itself. And if you keep shifting into that frequency and staying in that frequency, it will only get, as you say, better and better.
And how can people continue living and enjoying and thriving in this source energy?
By keeping their frequency high, by doing what they love at all times.
Nice. Simple wisdom.
Simple, yet effective, and connected to physics.
I'm also seeing it as expressed through creative actions that aligns you with what source energy truly is, and that is creation and the other cycles that surround it. Also transformation and rebirth.
We are laughing inside because you are right. Creation is being a creator, which you all are as multidimensional creator beings, as portals, literally walking portals in your matrices of infinite matrices. Therefore, you're going to shift anyway. You might as well shift to the one that you prefer, should you not?
Absolutely. And also not to be afraid when things change around you, when it looks like one door is closing. But if you were to just wait and keep your faith, know that better doors are also opening.
That's correct. Anxiety is anticipating the future, which does not exist. Therefore, the being is creating needless suffering.
What would you say is, I feel like pain and suffering are some of the highest forms of lower frequencies on this earth. I suppose in the efforts for transformation, what are the things that we can individually hold on to at least hold on to something that helps with the perception of reality changing and not having so much pain and suffering?
Pain and suffering is ultimately a choice by beings which have been programmed to do so. Your genes can change. Your epigenetics can change based on your environment. However, Dr. Lipton missed a point here. It's based on your perceived environment. There is nothing outside of yourself. Therefore, the more you raise your frequency, the more these perceived, quote unquote, bad things will melt away and matter less and less and less to you, because you know it's not real. The experience is real. However, others are not. There is no separation.
I'm really soaking in the energy that you brought with those words, because it all felt aligned and true and peace. Actually, that was a beautiful waves of peace that came with that. So thank you.
We appreciate it. Just know there is no wrong choice, because you are the creator of your experience. There is no judgment. There is no pain unless you choose to experience it. Generally, beings who experience pain are in a lower frequency. However, not that, or not just that. They choose to be in that state because most of the time they don't know any better. They're doing what they were taught.
I was going to say, it sounds a lot like the pre-programmed conditionings that we have at a family level, cultural level, society level, which is like roadblocks in people's minds that say, oh, can't do that. Who am I? When it's like, no, I am who I am, and what can I do to reach my goals? So it feels like there's this great shift, this flip, to get people to remember that they are the most incredible creators of their own reality.
This is correct. Additionally, we will add, as a result, they are not being themselves, their true selves, which creates more pain and suffering and perceived ailments.
That's interesting. So the pain and suffering that people also choose to not let go of, I mean, it is known for many researchers that over time, if you're not able to deal with the emotional or mental suffering that you're carrying, it can turn into something physical.
Yes. In fact, over 90% of ailments and dis-ease come from stress, not genetics. Ooh. Dr. Lipton was right about that one. However, with something they call the placebo effect, which we just call source in action, the power of belief may be used for your glory as well.
Would you say that would be like the belief that you have in yourself that you can make a difference to this world?
If you're talking about your true purpose is to be yourself. If that's your true purpose and you align with that, then yes.
That's cool. Thank you. Are there any other areas of wisdom that you'd like to bring to the audience today to help them?
We would like to speak about NPCs. Not everything you hear, not everything you see, not every person you experience, not every place or animal you experience is a soul fractal. Some are just more matrix, empty matrices, information, like a backdrop without a soul fractal. The true soul fractals are projecting these based on their beliefs, feelings, and ultimately their frequencies. Therefore, everything you experience is real. However, the other people or places or things are not in actuality, if that makes sense.
Is it that each individual that has a soul facet that is a living, very engaged with life, they create NPCs from their own soul fractal that plays a part within their own unique experience of reality? Is that what you were saying?
That's part of it. We do have a reality with mostly empty space, which accounts for the NPCs that is created by creator beings such as yourself.
That's cool. So how could people tell that they might be dealing with an NPC versus someone who's actively creating in their own reality?
Normally you can't, unless they're a soul family. And you have such a strong connection to this soul family fractal that you're under the same oversoul.
Is that me and Laura? Did you mean that was relevant for me and Laura being in the same soul family? Oh, I can't hear you. Laura, I can't hear you. Your microphone's... Sorry, I took you out of trance. If anyone's listening, can you hear me? Or is it just Laura? These are the joys of live production.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Sorry, my microphone died.
Okay.
Let's see if I can go back. Can you hear us?
Yes.
They were saying that, yes, you and her are soul fractal families under the same oversoul, along with another handful to others whom you have clicked with in an inexplicable way. And since you're both empaths, you know this when you meet one of them, and you have met a few of them and have a couple in your life now.
Yes, I've got a few on my mind and my heart, and you'll see more of us this year on videos together. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And again, we see at least 2 or 3 for you and 2 or 3 for Laura, other than you and her, of course.
Yeah. Well, it certainly felt like it was, we were meant to hold this space, to have these types of conversations with people's consciousness and awareness expanding to higher knowledge and being open for that, for their own betterment, for themselves, their families, and ultimately unity and consciousness over the world. That's that is the main objective for this platform. That's a bit big, but I you have to hold the space for that.
We just had a vision of you speaking as a priestess of Saturn. You have an energy as a leader, and you should be heard. We just wanted to tell you this.
Thank you. Thank you. Definitely hold
You're
the
welcome.
space. Yeah. Bring more love, more wisdom to everyone so everyone can live a better life. That truly is my intention for everything that I do. So no one needs to stay stuck in pain and suffering.
Stuck. We would like to address that.
Please.
Being stuck is impossible as consciousness energy. Energy has to move constantly. Therefore, it's impossible for you to be stuck. Even if you cross over to the other side, you're an infinite being. You are only experiencing the feeling of being stuck. However, it's not real.
Yeah, it's my experience with it is if I allow myself to stay in a lower energy for too long, it's harder to get out. So that circling back to what we were saying before is like, how quickly can I process this energy and remove it from my field so I don't have to experience this any longer?
That's up to you.
Do you have any other pearls of wisdom or guidance that you would like to share today for the audience, for the collective?
We are proud of humanity. We're banding together as one, and more of you are recognizing the soul fractal family members and other beings from other iterations of themselves, because it's all within. It's an imitation game, a large, infinite imitation game. And a lot of humans are waking up to this fact.
Do you think humanity is finding their way back to their individual creative genius and stopping looking outside of themselves quite so much?
Some are. And the ones that are jumping to a higher frequential state and where they would like to experience more of themselves in this fashion.
Yeah, put the effort in, you're going to get excellent results rather than nothing. Something will happen.
This is correct. And someone such as yourself or Laura are like a ray of sunshine to some people who feel like they have lost hope.
I suspect it's because we have also been in the depths of the shadows and have managed to climb our way out of the hole and return back to the glory of sunshine. And that is why we can radiate as sunshine, and just past that, you can do it energy onto others.
That's exactly true.
Yeah.
You permeate the energy you would like. And if you permeate and project happiness and sunshine, other people will feel this, even if they don't speak to you.
Yeah, I love that. I was just getting the image of you can make someone's day when you just share a smile with them. You don't need to have a conversation.
Exactly.
And it really can undo any negative situations quite quickly. Just share a smile.
That is a mini healing in action. Or you can give them a quick compliment. And sometimes Laura likes to do this, and she will give a compliment.
Yeah, I like to do the same thing. It's nice, especially when someone's, they've put some effort in. Maybe they've got their hair a lovely color, or they're just wearing something nice. I think it's that's a gift to recognize someone and just express how their beauty is reflecting back to you. I think and then you can reflect it back to them. So it's this lovely circle of appreciation for one another.
It is. And Laura didn't see why small talk was important in the past. Now she does.
I suppose it's a little bit like you have to make the small talk and it will lead you to a road of feeling seen and heard and recognized. And sometimes, I don't know, I'm sure Laura has this as well. I might not say very much, but probably within 5 or 10 minutes, people are very easy to just want to share their entire life story, which I think is a beautiful beautiful thing to have, that people feel safe enough to share that.
That's correct. People share things with her as well, including their life stories. And she has always wondered why. Now she knows why after you say that.
That's good. Yeah. There's always earth angels in action. You might be on the receiving end or the giving end. But that is love in action. That's what I feel. Very profound.
It is. And you might change somebody's life just by looking to them, or waving, smiling, and of course speaking. It doesn't take much when you're in a high frequential state to affect others. Even if they're within 10 feet of your aura, they can absorb a healing, so to speak, even electronically.
How does it work electronically?
Digitally, device to the device, electronically, magnetic pulse, waves, in person.
Love that. So that could even be like sending a funny picture or video or something beautiful in whatever expression of creation it wants to come through as, can lift.
That's correct. The intention is beautiful. The receiver will feel it, whether it's a meme or a GIF or a gift, whatever you would like. The intention is a gift that they absorb immediately upon a receipt.
I got a pop and a flash of Laura doing her small sketch videos of her talking to her higher self, and you're very funny. But I totally connect to that.
Yeah, she needs to do more of those. We already gave her 5 other ideas. She needs to get on them.
Very good. The year of the horse, I'm sure, all steam ahead for all fronts.
She keeps hearing about this year of the horse. Is that the Chinese astrology?
Yes, and it comes in February time. So we're just wrapping up the last of the year of the snake, which was 2025, and this last part now, which is completing old cycles, relationships, anything that needs to be wrapped up or removed to create space for the year of the horse. I think it's the wood horse, but it's all about fast-paced galloping. There's lots of space in order for you to create. That's what's been coming through for me for this year. Actually, is there anything that you would like to share about 2026 or the energy that it is bringing for the collective?
Hang in there. Keep galloping along. And eventually, you'll win the race in life that you desire.
Love that. Yeah. And now, is anyone listening, it's still a great time to meditate and ask yourself, what are the things that you would like to create for this year? How can you live more purposefully? How can you live more present and in your body in each moment? I suppose those would be some good takeaways from today.
We would like to say one last thing.
Please, I was going to ask if you had any more wisdoms that you would like to share.
If you would like to be in the state of what you call happy, fake it until you make it. And then it'll be on autopilot.
Nice. I just had an example of the fake it till you make it. So if someone is jealous of other people being in love, practice being happy for them and having gratitude that they found love, and have that feeling every time that you see people in love, and feel happy for them being in love.
Great idea. Do a switcheroo.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Are there any other last gifts that you'd like to share? And also, is there anything that we can share with you for thanks for today's session?
We give you unconditional love, and we feel your love. A lot of you humans are capable and are already giving unconditional love. All we ask is that you focus on doing it in every present moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Laura ready to come back into the room?
Yes.
Wonderful. Would you like from 5 to 1, would you like a countdown?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So 5 and 4, you're beginning to come back into your body. 3 and 2, you're beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers in your hands, just tapping lightly, just feeling your spirit, your soul, your essence really present in your body. And number 1, you open your eyes, feeling refreshed and grounded and in yourself. And if you've got a glass of water nearby, drink some water,
yes.
help you to ground. Or a bit of chocolate, also very good for grounding. Maybe that's afterwards.
I love that idea, and I do it sometimes.
Yeah, dark chocolate is the winner.
It is.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything that you'd like to share from your experience?
Practice what you preach. So everything they're talking about, they're telling me directly over and over and over. So I fake it till I make it as well.
Cool. Not to give up and keep persisting on your creative dreams. That is definitely what I was also getting through that session, was just keep doing what you love and you'll figure it out, even if you don't know exactly how to do it right now. The knowledge will come somehow.
It's all divine timing. Your higher self has a plan,
Yeah.
and it will come. As long as you keep your frequency high, miracles will happen.
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely agree to that. Oh,
Thank you, Jennifer.
thank you, Laura. It has been such a pleasure. And we don't do the beginning part, which is this is how you can find us and this is what we do, but we'll do it for the end. I've got the banner rolling. How can people find you? Are there different ways of working with you? And have you got any offers or services that you want to share right now, or products?
I'm currently making new music. So if you're a musician, we can collaborate. I'm Starseed Lø Lø, or Starseed Lø Lø Music on BandLab, which is a music social app. So go and find me there, or Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, or Discord.
You started the new year with some new platforms, which is very cool, and I wish I had more time to do more. But I'm hoping the year of the horse will get me a bit more gallopy with the with my outfits. But that's really cool and exciting, and I like the idea of the music collaboration. That might be something that we connect with later in the year once my music starts to bubble a little bit more. But yeah.
Sounds good. I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about it. And I'll get myself into that alignment. It might be a little bit later in the year. But yeah, for me, I am in the process of writing the book. It's been a long time coming. And I'm actually really excited. It's all around emotional and mental self-mastery and balance and how it connects to everything. So I'm excited. That is now in the making, more solidly than before. And we've got the botanical membership, the Botanical Sanctuary Circle private membership that I have with 108 Healing Senses. And we will be meeting after this, actually, and going through just some wisdoms and insights as to me being a gardener and the information that comes through working with Gaia, including my own experiences, as well as the experiences that I see others having with nature, and it being very insightful. So that will be now. So, but you can follow the channel. It's at 108 Healing Senses on all the platforms, and engage and enjoy the content and information. I really do intend that those that seek this information find it, and it will benefit them and their lives and their families. That's the main drive for all of this. So that's it. Yeah,
you got a lot going, and yeah. I love it. And congratulations on starting a book.
Thank you. It's been a few years of me rewriting. I realized at the start it was me writing, but it was me getting out like the gunky stuff, and now it's getting into a really nice, simple structure that's going to be very transformational. You could just pick up a chapter and put the book down, and then you can come back to it. So it'll be nice. It will be a very useful tool to have. Again, and it was something that reflects what I went through myself, so I could find balance and peace even when I didn't feel it at times. So that's exciting.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for now. If you're interested in the botanical membership, go check out any of the socials and join us. It's a really great space. Laura's there as well, and yeah, I really it's an exciting thing. I want to really empower people to use botanicals and essential oils for the betterment of their families. So super cool. Go come and check it out. All right. Laura, I will see you. I'll see you shortly. I'll end the stream and we'll connect. We'll connect on.
All right.
Okay.
See you soon, Jennifer.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.